Mumen Rider is the best hero in the One Punch Man series, and I can explain why under 5 minutes. After that, the video will be about the hero association at large. Firstly, let's define the word hero. What does it mean? According to Cambridge Dictionary, it refers to a person who is admired for having done something very brave or having achieved something great. However, achieving something great doesn't necessarily mean you'll be admired. For example, Xi Jinping was able to make China prosper like it never did before. It went from a developing country to the second or arguably the strongest superpower in the world. He clearly achieved greatness in that sense. Yet, he enslaved millions of Uyghurs, silenced and jailed democratic leaders, and manipulated many companies in foreign countries. Any sensible person wouldn't call him a hero. Yet, if an ordinary person sacrificed his life to save a pregnant woman in any scenario, let's say a fire, any sensible person would call him a hero. I know it sounds like I'm going on a tangent, but I promise this is leading somewhere. From the above examples, we can conclude that a hero is someone who has done something very brave that may or may not be something worthy of greatness. So let's go back to Mumen Rider. It's quite obvious that many other heroes such as Metal Knight is capable of achieving heights that Mumen Rider can never even come close to. Yet, Mumen Rider is considered by many to be more of a hero than Metal Knight. After all, fighting monsters in a bicycle set armor takes much more courage than to do so sitting behind a monitor screen. There are many good shows exploring the implications of being a hero, but my personal favorite has to be One Punch Man. What makes a good hero? Does a strong hero necessarily make a good hero? In Season 2, the arc of Suiyu clearly challenges the fundamental structure of the hero association. When there are a bunch of civilians stronger than the heroes themselves, was there even a need for the hero association to exist? The answer is yes. When Suiyu was being brutally beaten by the monsters, the ones that came to his aid are the heroes he'd looked down upon, and that seemed for me to find the theme of this anime. Anyone can be a hero. A hero is not someone who is physically stronger than others. Instead, a hero is someone who has an undying enthusiasm to protect and to execute justice. Now, the term justice is a very vague term, and it can be debated for years without end. So for this video's purpose, it will be to defeat monsters and to protect the weak. And I can't think of a person that has a higher level of enthusiasm towards achieving those goals than Mumen Rider himself. Clearly, Mumen Rider is very weak physically. Granted, most of the monsters he encountered in the show are quite strong. We haven't seen him win a fight once in this anime. Obviously, the show intentionally shows this powerless side of him to the viewers. But why? Why do people still like him considering how utterly useless he is in combat? Well, I think it's precisely because of how weak he is physically that he is able to show how strong he is mentally. I know there is this whole conspiracy theory of Mumen Rider being the #1 hero, Blast, but let's just stick to the anime for now. Characters like Saitama or Terrible Tornado are ridiculously strong. But it's also because of how strong they are that they can never display the same level of heroism like Mumen Rider does in his fights. Every fight he takes, his life is on the line. Against overwhelmingly stronger opponents, which he knows for sure will kick his ass with ease, he lets out his ordinary battle cry and charges in to pursue his ideal. Some may say that's a form of self-gratification, but I think that's more than that. A hero's job may be to protect the others, but I think the most important function of a hero is to inspire others. Although in the anime, Mumen Rider didn't exactly inspire too many characters. But as the viewers, Mumen Rider inspired many of us with his speech before his fight with the Deep Sea King. He doesn't need to say it, his action says it all. If an ordinary guy can become a hero by wearing protective gears and riding bicycles, what excuse do you have? While many other heroes are obsessing over the Hero Association's ranking, hell, even Saitama was caught up in it at some point, but Mumen Rider remains stoic. He understands that being a hero is not about getting a higher ranking, but it's about pursuing a higher ideal and inspiring others to do the same. Like many other characters, Mumen Rider is an exaggeration of real life. We like to see characters like Mumen Rider, who follows their ideal to the end no matter what it takes because we ourselves are unable to do so. In real life, many of us are chained by a series of considerations and constraints that we are forced to give up our goals. Seeing characters like Mumen Rider allows us to dream that one day maybe we can become that kind of person too. But in reality, Mumen Rider doesn't exist. Even if he does, he would have been living in a wheelchair a long time ago, if he's lucky. Thus, Mumen Rider is an ideal that we can strive for but never achieve. and also because of that, he's the best hero in the One Punch Man series. In the following part, I want to discuss a fundamental question about the One Punch Man society. Is the Hero Association truly just? As we all know, the shareholders of the Hero Association are quite corrupt and only cares about their own well-being. There are also the Blizzard group that bullies heroes if they don't join their rank. Furthermore, is it fair that the S-class heroes are getting all the attention while the heroes in the lower classes who work just as hard doesn't get any recognition? To answer these questions, we must first understand our conventional way of thinking of justice. One of the biggest influencers in our current political system, John Rawls, wrote the book Theory of Justice in 1971. This book discussed justice in the sense of fairness. John Rawls proposed that the only way for us to objectively create a just and fair society is to do so behind a veil of ignorance. By the way, I swear this is leading somewhere, just give me like 30 seconds. The veil of justice makes people unaware of their social class, privilege, personalities, etc. Basically, you don't know who you are. Under that assumption, Rawls starts to discuss a number of moral propositions that can make a society just behind the veil of ignorance, and came to the following conclusion. The people in the society should be equal in terms of societal status from birth. As for the people with gifts, such as those born with higher intelligence, they should be able to earn more, as those people can make the society as a whole progress. The general rule of thumb being, the method that can bring the greatest good for the least advantaged is just. That brings us back to the Hero Association. Firstly, everyone has an equal chance to join the Hero Association and climb the rankings. That means that in this society, equal societal status from birth exists. Secondly, a Hero Association hierarchy system is fair when it encourages heroes to use their talents to protect people. Heroes strive to get a better ranking in order to get better recognition and income. In this society, the heroes themselves are not just. Rather, the association or the society at large are just, at least according to conventional theories. So yeah, that's about it. Tell me what you think about Mumen Rider or my theory on hero associations in the comment below. Subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I upload videos like this every week. Alright, that's it and goodbye.